Wellington to Waikanae. Let's go.
We began at the Wellington railway station. My travelling companion Katrina hasn't had much cycling experience, so the journey is in part framed by the perspective of accessibility to keen beginners. I rode a 29-inch basic all-rounder hardtail with rear rack and bin panniers. Katrina had a 26-inch hardtail mountain bike with moderate off-road tyres. We maintained a relaxed pace and enjoyed a steady headwind representative of typical weather. Leaving the station, you head north up Thorndon Quay. It's a lovely, broad street, though the angle parks require a wide berth. Transitioning to the Hut Road shared path, you travel the next few minutes along relaxing, flat seal.
Step 1, the Hut Road. Relatively straightforward. They've got a lovely shared path. Thoughts?
It's amazing. It's beautiful and flat, and I'm looking forward to getting Naronga Gorge out of the way. So we're thinking to do this sunny day.
Yes, it's very noisy around here, as you can probably hear from the traffic. So we'll find somewhere quieter.
From the Hut Road, you wait a few minutes to cross to the Naronga track. A single-file footpath, this takes you past heavy traffic fumes as vehicles struggle up the hill. Low gear ratios are useful as you climb around 135 metres in a short stretch of time. The path then deposits you on a painted path along Johnsonville's main road.
Naronga Gorge, what do we think?
How long have I been lying here recovering?
It's pretty steep, but reasonably accessible.
Yeah. Even the trucks were struggling.
Heading north, you negotiate 2 roundabouts and almost immediately find yourself heading downhill. Continuing along the well signposted back route, you're rewarded with speed and light traffic. This section was the source of anxiety when planning the trip, but easy riding and slow traffic made this section a breeze. Heading straight through the roundabout at the end, you connect to the start of Tawa's beautiful shared cycleway.
So, Johnsonville to Tawa, what do you think?
Awesome. Loving, what the hell is it called? Te Tawa, right?
Something like that.
Loving Te Tawa.
Yeah.
Good work, Wellington City Council.
Yeah, certainly the first bit, Chatton Park, would have been more difficult were there more traffic. But as it was actually really relaxing.
I got 50 kilometers per hour on the downhill. I got told to slow down by the speed camera.
Yeah.
Sign thing.
Yeah, and as for Tawa, there's this lovely kind of low-speed shared path that links everything together. Let's see where it goes next.
Golly.
After a couple of suburban streets, the shared path reappears and follows the stream all the way to Porirua. There's a touch of low-speed finesse required as you negotiate a bridge, and you're soon at the centre of town.
So now we're in Porirua, and what would be your assessment of the journey so far?
I'd actually be interested in your assessment.
Yeah, well, so far I found that the connection between them, there's this path that just links everything. It's separate, it's stress-free. You know, I'd have anyone on it.
The only thing is, the path to Aratawa from the outskirts of Tawa towards Johnsonville to Porirua does go under what will become the connection to
Transmission gully, yes.
So there will be a point where it will be easier.
There'll be bridges, there's already some superstructure. You can see now, I'm bringing up footage of it, it's pretty extraordinary, isn't it?
It very much is extraordinary, but you're saying that would only be a very small segment of the rest of it's very simple.
Yes, it's generally lovely, and it's good to see all the school kids using it too.
So next stop, Haramata.
Your next stage takes you over the motorway ramp, helpfully called the ramp. The trail becomes less focused as it meanders past Aotea and Papakowhai. Another motorway crossing, another low-speed underpass manoeuvre, and the path appears again, crossing with the Mana Esplanade, then detouring for a quieter route. Before you know it, you're in Plimerton.
It's a good little trip, this one. So far we've gone through, where is it? Parramatta and Plimerton. And the whole thing, yeah, it becomes a little less organised once you get north of Porirua. But then once you hit the town, there's this lovely path. And so we'll see what comes next.
Plimerton doesn't give you many hints as to where to aim next, but hiding next to some apartments is the next leg of your journey. Te Ara Harakeke, I believe it's called, a broad path which climbs next to the hilariously clogged State Highway 1 all the way to Pukirua Bay.
Pukirua Bay. The route to it is roughly similar. You do get a little bit lost around Plimerton, but you find yourself again pretty shortly.
Yum.
And it's also uphill, which after the ride that we've had so far, you do start to feel a little bit.
You ride along the footpath in Pukirua Bay. There's one small diversion and then you're back on the main road. Soon, you reach the coastal highway. A brief downhill, then a scenic ride next to the ocean. Paikakariki is next. The cycle path connects to a residential street and eventually links to the sea.
Here we are at Paikakariki.
You promised me boiled eggs!
We have eggs, but also I would like to say that it is very good. Someone's gone around but little scoops of cement along the Pioneer, or whatever it is, coastal highway, and they've just put little scoops there, right on the curbs where you're supposed to ride. So instead of having a big, there's a lovely little ramp. I'd recommend it.
I was actually worried about the Pukirua to Paikakariki connection, but it was fine.
Cycling for transport purposes would send you down the motorway, but instead we took the recreational route through Queen Elizabeth Park. It's a rolling mountain biking course through the dunes, reasonably smooth gravel and well signposted. You emerge in Raumati and with a little guesswork navigate eventually to the main road. This suburban section is easygoing and runs close to the beach. We decided to deviate from the standard course as the main road would continue all the way along.
Alright, so from Paikakariki to Raumati is pretty cool. You go along for a bit and then you end up kind of going along these kind of ups and down around the sand dunes. It's really cool mountain biking stuff. And then you get lost in a suburb for a bit and then you get in this really, really long suburban road and just ride. And now we're here.
Rejoining the main coastal road at the north end of Paraparaumu Beach, we found the next path takes us through the Waikanae Estuary Scientific Reserve. You'll find swamp vegetation, a straightforward boardwalk trail, and excellent ambience. A short road connection takes you to a bridge, and you cross over to Waikanae Beach.
Waikanae Beach. This is great. The thing about getting to Waikanae Beach is that you go through this amazing estuary around a river or stream or something, and you go and it's really cool, but you have to give way to pedestrians because there are some, and it's quite narrow.
It's great.
Anyway, now on to Waikanae proper.
The road to Waikanae is easy, back streets, then a flat main road with generous cycle lanes.
So, we made it to Waikanae. It's a good ride. You basically go along the main road from Waikanae Beach, which goes underneath the bypass, and there's actually a cycle lane. It's lovely and smooth. It's good for utilitarian cycling. And now we catch the train.
We made it!
The evening trains run every hour. They take an hour to reach Wellington and cost $12.50 each, taking 3 bites per carriage. In summary, I had my doubts about the viability of regional travel by bicycle, but it turns out riding is practical for middle distance trips around the Wellington region, especially when paired with rail. We rode 70 kilometres over the course of an afternoon with little conflict with other road users and little discomfort. For those considering venturing between towns, I say go for it. You'll be surprised how far you can go.